last weekend was Hot Pit, round one. Super exciting. Got back in the Z for the first time since December. Probably I should have taken a bit more time to prep the car because it was definitely a little rough after last season. Klein had a little scheduling issues, so I ended up having an all-female crew. So a few months ago, I judged a drift competition in Vancouver, Canada, and I was introduced to a girl named Sherry. Didn't have a chance to talk to her much, but after that event, she reached out to me and said, hey, I really want to be on your FD team. And I was like, that's not how this works, but let's have a conversation. Maybe come out and shadow me at an event, maybe the first round of Hot Pit. And then because of a scheduling issue, I ended up not having any crew for Hot Pit because usually we ran pretty lean. It was usually just me and Klein and maybe someone would come out and help. So I contacted Sherry and I said, all right, let's talk. Come down a day in advance. Let's do a test day together. You come down, you'll be my crew for Hot Pit, and we'll bring in some other help. It seemed really ambitious and honestly not the best idea, but it went so much better than I could have expected. So Hot Pit itself, conditions were weird, had brand new tires that I hadn't used before. They were way stickier than I expected, which is always the problem you want to have if you're going to have a tire problem. Basically, towards the end of practice, I started getting more and more aggressive, ended up getting sucked into the last outer zone to the wall. It really tried to spin me and I fought it very hard, but still ended up basically ripping my passenger side front wheel out of the steering rack. The tie rod bolt ripped right out. So we had a good time today. I may have put the car into the wall a little bit, and now we're basically replacing both the front passenger and rear passenger side corners right now. So the girls are definitely getting a full-on experience right now, but we're gonna get to it. Having to replace the front passenger side corner, the rear passenger side corner we thought was a bent knuckle, but it turned out I actually bent the subframe. So we replaced the knuckle anyway and then just kind of aligned the bend out of the car. It was hectic, it was a lot, and it was definitely trial by fire for Sherry and the girls who were basically brand new, had been with me for a couple of hours at most. But it was amazing. Everyone just jumped in, got serious, we got it done. As usual, a couple other drift team members showed up and were like, hey, do you need help? And the answer is always yes. And that is, for me, the coolest part about drifting is that when another team sees someone struggling, usually they jump in and try to help, even if it's another competitor. We got the car fixed probably by about 1 a.m. Couldn't start it and bleed the power steering at that time because it was a little late. All right, so I showed up this morning, really had no idea how the car was going to handle. The alignment was a mess. I think that the rear subframe is bent, but we basically aligned the car the best we could and went out and drove, and actually it felt really good. Like I feel confident in the car that the car is going to perform today, so really, really stoked on how my team performed. I really want to thank Brian Wills and his friend Xander, who came out and helped us until about 1 in the morning. Replacing the stuff in the front end. It was not an easy task. There was a lot of bent stuff. There were bolts that were stripped. It was a whole deal, but we did it, and it's pretty cool what you can accomplish if you just keep going. Weather was really all over the place, raining, not raining. My practice was in the dry, and then as we got into the competition, it started raining, and they weren't doing sight laps, so I kind of went into my lead run guessing, and I guessed a little too hard. Ended up getting caught in the first bank in the wall and sucked in and spun. Very glad that Elliot managed to avoid hitting me because that would have really sucked. Did my best to give a really awesome chase in my follow, but it was not enough after my spin in the lead. So ended up getting knocked out in top 32, but I was so proud of the girls, happy how the event went, and I'm really excited to actually bring some of those women with me to future events because they were way better than I expected, even with no training and no experience. And sometimes what I've realized is having someone that knows that they don't know anything is better than having someone that thinks they know more than they do, because they come in just ready to listen, ready to do what you say, and all ears. So couldn't be more grateful or more proud of my crew. Really excited to do another event with them soon.
Hi, I'm Sherry. Hi, I'm Rochelle. My name is Sonia Jane. The last couple days have been fun, I'll tell you that. About 5 hours of sleep every night.
It was actually pretty amazing. So this is my first time working as part of a pit crew. Getting hands-on with it myself has been a huge learning opportunity. It's allowed me to get way closer than I ever have before.
I am so grateful to have the opportunity to learn and just be here.
Yeah, we are an all-female pit crew. I want to do our best, and I think we've been doing a pretty decent job.
Everything about being on a crew was new to me. This is my first time being anywhere close to this stuff, so I learned basically all of it was new, and
Yeah.
You know what? Females are awesome. I wish we had more females in motorsports. That's why I feel so honored to be a part of Zoo's team.
I think it's been a great experience working with you and helping you out. I think you've definitely been like super empowering and given me a lot of confidence.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would definitely want to be part of your crew.